My name's Roger Hallam. I'm in rebellion against the British government for criminal inactivity on the climate and ecological emergency, just to make that still clear. And I've been in prison in Wormwood Scrubs for the last 6 weeks. I just got out on bail. I'd like to thank the police officers on my wing for being helpful and polite, particularly the guy who shook my hand last week when he found out about me. And also to the guys that I shared my cell with. And I hope all the best for them, particularly Barry, who I've been with for the last fortnight, who's in court next week. And also I want to acknowledge that being in a British prison for 6 weeks is peanuts compared with the millions of people around the world who are tortured and in terrible prison conditions wanting a semi-decent world. So 6 weeks ago I bought a toy drone at Selfridges. It should only be flown indoors, dare I say it. I took it to Heathrow Airport. It had no battery. I didn't have a mobile phone to fly it with. I was about to have my picnic and I got dragged off by police into a police van and charged, I believe, with conspiracy to cause public nuisance. Well, I'm bound to point out, as I'm sure you know, that the chief executives of Heathrow Airport have yet to be prosecuted for the public nuisance of building the third runway and thereby being complicit in the genocide of the next generation. And I'd like to add that the MPs that voted for the Heathrow expansion have yet to be prosecuted for complicity in that genocide as well. And in so much as it needs to be made clear, there is this thing called science, and the science predicts that if you spend 30 years putting CO2, carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere, then you're going to lock in temperatures over 2 degrees centigrade. And the world's atmosphere is a gas chamber, there's no escape. And if we allow the governments to continue to put carbon dioxide into the atmosphere over the next decade, we'll lock in temperatures of over 4 degrees centigrade, which means that half the world will be uninhabitable. So it won't come as any surprise that I believe that I'm innocent of any illegal activity, because English common law states that it is justified to engage in disruption to prevent greater disruption, and I'd suggest that the mass extermination of the next generation is sufficient excuse for taking a drone to Heathrow. And I'd also like to say that's probably the reason why thousands of people are now getting arrested, and I want to say how proud I am of all the people that have been arrested while I've been in prison. Sorry I couldn't join them, and it's an honour and a privilege to be part of Extinction Rebellion. I'd like to thank all the lovely people that wrote to me while I was in prison. That was so nice, getting messages every day. And just to sum up then, I'm fine, prison was fine, I've watched lots of rugby, and I'm ready to get back on the job tomorrow morning, working full time for Extinction Rebellion. And that's it, thank you very much. Let's get to it. Thank you.